What is good YouTube, Warstu here with a video on The Flash Season 5 Episode 10 called The Flash and Furious. So Flash is back after an epic Christmas break that they always take every year, which is annoying, but it didn't really feel that long this year. So obviously the episode title is a play on obviously the massive franchise that is The Fast and Furious, which obviously has Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, linked with it. So I guess you could say Easter egg revealed. So The Flash left us on an epic cliffhanger, but because of the crossover being the week after, it didn't actually feel like. So we got an epic cliffhanger which every single person on the earth called that Nora Allen was working with Eobard Thawne in the future in some kind of capacity, which this episode didn't really tell us the capacity. It probably confused a bunch of people more than it actually gave us answers, because now we're thinking, what is going on? So obviously Nora Allen is absolutely in rage mode, kind of Irish West rage mode. She's raging that Eobard Thawne killed her grandmother. And we get a bit of a kind of reverse Flash origin story when, obviously this is comic book accurate, true, when Eobard Thawne actually says he was a fanboy of the Flash. And it's kind of weird because he actually said that he does kind of feel something for killing Barry Allen's mother and changing the course of the future forever, which is very, very interesting. And obviously, you know, Tom Cavanagh is the best actor. He's pretty much one of the best actors going around. He's the best actor on the TV show, full stop. So it's really cool this year that we get, I'm even starting to like the kind of variation of Wells that we're getting. I'm really liking him now because he's like being a detective. He's kind of doing stuff that Barry Allen, the main star of the TV show, is supposed to be doing. So, and then we get an end teaser at the end of the episode. So let's get into it. So obviously we have the villain of the week, which is Silver Ghost and Weather Witch, which is obviously carrying on from the previous episode when she nearly killed everyone at an airport. So in the courtroom, we have Cecile back from maternity leave, congrats and all that stuff. And they said that Joe West was coming back, but obviously he's not coming back yet. But obviously he took an absence of leave from the show because he hurt his back in real life. So what is interesting is Cecile did temporarily lose her powers, and now she's almost an empath in ways, I guess you could say. So instead of before where Cecile could actually be like a mind reader, she can feel how a certain person is feeling. So in the courtroom, she could actually feel that Weather Witch was guilty. She wanted the maximum sentence. So she tried to reduce her sentence, but that didn't really go to plan. Now, I think they made a massive mess up. I'm not going to say it's a plot hole, but Caitlin took out the shards in Cisco's hands finally. And he's like, yeah, I enjoyed not being Vibe. I enjoyed being Cisco. But it's like, I'm thinking to myself, well, surely you could have taken these shards out weeks ago. Like, really? Was that just to kind of have a plot point in the TV show where Cisco didn't have to be Vibe, where he became his old Cisco self in season 1 before he got his powers? It's like, realistically, dudes, you could have done that a long time ago. So the main boss, I guess you could say main villain of the show, stole a Lamborghini at the start of the episode using a kind of, she's got a key with shard in it, part of the dark matter. So I guess it was kind of like the technology villain. I'm really getting bored of these technology villains, to be honest, but at least she gave him the briefcase back. So the Flash and Furious, the Flash tried to catch up with her, but she waited for him and she put him in a state where he was constantly phasing, which isn't good. So Nora Allen stepped in to try to help him. And yet again, the new version of Harrison Wells, Sherlock Wells, said that basically they could phase Barry into the metahuman prison. But then he's like, yeah, but you might also kill yourself, which is kind of funny. So that's what happened there. And then Barry was saved and he wasn't phasing because his powers wouldn't work in that prison. But what's interesting is the trailer cut it in such a way, and I've said this time and time again throughout all the trailer breakdowns that I actually do, that from the trailer, it looked like Nora Allen portrayed her father, and the reveal was going to come this week. Although she has portrayed her father, it kind of made it look like that's the reason why he got chucked in there, but that wasn't actually the case. So then what happened was Nora Allen had to be the CSI that gave evidence, and Nora Allen was going savage mode because obviously Reverse Flash broke her trust. And then throughout most of the episode, she didn't actually trust any villains, like, you can't change, you can't change. Then what's interesting is Weather Witch's ornament they tried to spin a narrative where they were saying that it was fused with dark matter that turned her into a matter, which changed her personality and took control of her, similar to what happened in the Avengers movie with Loki and the scepter. So I guess you could say Avengers Easter egg revealed. Not really, but it was kind of similar in ways, I guess you could actually say. So Weather Witch fully accepted her fate to go to prison because obviously accepted it. But no, Silver Ghost had to break her out. And then obviously Nora was trying to, there's some connection. There's no connection. Well, realistically, there was no connection between either of them. But obviously they tried to have this massive team up, which didn't really work. So what's interesting is Cisco is trying to work on a system to free metahuman people to take away their metahuman powers if they don't want it. And then Killer Frost is like, nah, you're not doing that, son. I'm going to break it. And then she broke what he was trying to work on, which was very, very interesting. So obviously Weather Witch was broke out. She went to Nora Allen, tried to get help. Nora Allen wouldn't help her because she's got the Iris West kind of stare, the kind of, I'm not gonna hate, I am right, I'm right, I'm right. And then realistically, later in the episode, they find out that realistically she was wrong. And then obviously they break into Argos and get this OP car that can do ridiculous amount of things, can phase, can shoot missiles, can even go invisible, which was absolutely ridiculous. So Nora Allen was just about to get killed because she couldn't see the car coming. And then Weather Witch did some crazy voodoo magic, revealed. And then obviously Silver Ghost was caught. So pretty much a standard villain of the week. The narrative was alright. So Barry Allen has actually caused his daughter to work with Eadbar Thorne, the Reverse Flash again, confirmed, revealed, without even knowing he's doing it. Because right at the end of the episode, just before he got out of the prison, Barry's like, yeah, I think even in the future, Eadbar Thorne could change. And then obviously she goes back to Thorne and like, give me a reason to believe you. So the biggest stinger of the whole episode is that either Eadbar Thorne in the future is going to die because there's a clock, and I think it said 55 minutes or something like that to either, what is this, to he dies, to he goes to, I don't know, to his death, to someone kills him, to, I don't know. Let me know down below, guys, what is going on. So obviously he's got 55 minutes to get out of something, so I presume maybe he could be dying. And without his kind of accelerated healing ability that you get from becoming a speedster, he's going to die. So I presume in next week's episode, I haven't actually watched the trailer yet, but I presume that he's going to get out of prison, because if he doesn't get out of prison, he's going to die potentially. But there's another stinger. So at the start of the episode, we've got Sherlock Wills. He's still trying to work out what is Speed Force symbols. Now this is cool because this is one of the biggest mysteries in the Flash history. What do they mean? Because you got to remember, Barry Allen came out to Speed Force in season 4 and he wrote all these crazy ass symbols down and no one could kind of figure out an algorithm to kind of work out what they are. Then he goes to talk to Barry Allen, and Barry Allen was like, yeah, Gideon tried, but Gideon couldn't do it either. And he's like, yeah, sure, Gideon. So does this confirm that Sherlock Wells knew about Gideon, or was he just agreeing with what Barry Allen told him? And then he goes into the time vault, Gideon's vault, where Gideon is actually kept. The Reverse Flash room where the suit was actually kept. And this is where it gets a bit suspicious and fishy. Why? Because how did he actually get in there? How did he know where that room was? It's a bit weird. Now, this is also what's a bit weird is he goes, of course, Dr. Wells, you've got access to all the files. And then what happens is he wants to all the files and Nora West Allen. I know I prefer to call her Nora Allen, but the West Allen fans get triggered if you don't call her Nora West Allen, even though that's not really her name, or is it? What happens next is actually insane. Nora Allen's deleted all the files, most likely because Nora Allen doesn't want anyone to know she's actually working with Eadbar Thorne in the future for some reason. Now, could Sherlock Wells actually be the future version of Eadbar Thorne, but obviously not at that time state? So what I'm saying is, could Sherlock Wells actually be Reverse Flash without anyone knowing? Because he just seems to be, I know he's a world masterful detective, but he just seems to be 10 steps ahead of everyone. I'm very intrigued about what's going on with the Sherlock Wells character and what these Speed Force symbols actually mean, because we know from a storytelling point, Nora Allen's just using them to write some notes down, but what are they for? Obviously the future version of Reverse Flash Eadbar Thorne actually understands what they mean. So very interesting. We didn't get any cicada this episode, but like I said, in the back half of the season, the cicada stuff's going to become less relevant, I guess you could say. Maybe, I don't know. And obviously the biggest takeaway is Cisco and Caitlin towards the end of the episode, they decide to make a device to allow people to get rid of their metahuman abilities if they wanted. But why would you want that if you had super crazy powers? Anyway guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. I will be trying to do more Flash based content when the content is there. I'm not going to force Flash videos out, but I think I will be doing a bunch more Flash content in the up and coming weeks, because this show is absolutely fire and it's more interesting when you don't look at everything behind the scenes and stuff. So I've pulled back a bit on actually looking into things, but really interesting episode, really excited for the future of Flash. Hopefully they can keep this momentum up for producing good content with interesting stories, but this is mainly based around Tom Cavanagh, because whenever Tom Cavanagh is around, the storyline is a lot better. Season 1, amazing. Season 2, amazing. Season 3, not so much. Season 4, definitely not so much. But Season 5, we're getting a lot of Tom Cavanagh. We're getting a Reverse Flash, future Reverse Flash version of him, and we've got the Sherlock Wells, who was really annoying, but now he's really interesting. Anyway guys, please like, subscribe and comment, hit the bell button to join the notification squad, to join Team Warstu, to join the Warheads, as I call my supporters. Anyway, I will catch you in that next video very soon guys. Catch ya.